This plot of land is I think around 6,000 or 7,000 square feet, and the owner has been kind enough to allow the residents of Kampung Tunku to make use of this land for gardening purposes. That means produce vegetables, herbs and so on this piece of land. And in Kampung Tunku, we have an association called KATURA, Kampung Tunku Residents Association, and the people in this association have got together to try and develop this piece of land into a small garden by emphasizing on the use of organic matter. We observe some of the rules for environmental management. Some of the people in this group are quite knowledgeable and very experienced in gardening, in growing vegetables, growing herbs and so on. So we try to develop this piece of land into a small garden, a small vegetable and herb garden, so that we attract more people in this neighborhood to come and join together, and everyone give their little piece of contribution so that we develop this place nicely, and so that others will be attracted and come and see what we are doing here. And if they are interested, they can also learn from what they see here, how to plant herbs and vegetables and so on, and how to maintain them. And then if they are keen, they can replicate the efforts here in their own backyard or small garden, because in this area almost every plot of land has some space for growing, and if everybody contributes, then we may be able to produce a substantial amount of vegetables and herbs, and maybe even if for those who produce more can sell it. This group, I think they are planning to sell some of the produce from here to other people, so that we help in encouraging more people to grow their own food. And in this way we help to try and possibly lower the price of vegetables and herbs and fruits in the country, because now prices are going up quite fast, and people from the low income group may find it a bit expensive for them. So some of the approaches they are talking about is using compost to fertilize the land, to fertilize the soil and improve its structure. The use of compost is made entirely of organic matter, and there are various types of compost. Most of them have experience in all these various types of composting, and they have used them before. So here they want to use compost, cover crops, mulches and so forth. All these are very good for maintaining the organic matter status of the soil, and also very good at attracting microorganisms. Microorganisms of course help in a lot of ways. It improves the soil and increases the soil fertility and the availability of nutrients. Also, if we look it from another point of view, it is very good for environmental management, because not only that we don't use chemical fertilizers or weedicides and so forth, but we actually introduce organic matter to the soil, introduce microorganisms and attract microorganisms to come and be active in the soil. And in this way, the amount of carbon that is secured in the soil increases. You must remember that when you disturb the soil by plowing or rotavating or digging and so forth, you actually expose the carbon in the soil to processes of oxidation, and in this way carbon from the soil is lost by becoming a gas, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, as you know, is one of the greenhouse gases. So the more we till the soil and disturb the soil and dig, the more carbon dioxide will be formed, and the amount of carbon in the soil will decrease. What we want for environmental management is to retain this as much as possible carbon in the soil, so that we have less carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So in a very small way, this plot of land will help to reduce the emission of carbon dioxide. There are various ways and means of practicing gardening or agriculture by using more natural methods in improving the soil conditions, in combating pests and disease problems and so forth. So by having this group or community farming here and allowing more people to come and get involved, and at least just to see, then we hope to encourage more people to approach gardening in a more organic way, in a sense, or less chemical way. In this way, we are doing our small bit to environmental management.